sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Well, hi and welcome back to the channel. Just a quick update really on the Theremin project. Now, having looked at the comments some people have made and having done a little bit of research, I came to the conclusion that I could use these transistors that I've underlined. Yeah, there we are. So the Motorola ones, we've got the top one there. A suggested alternative is 2N3906, and for the second Motorola one is 2N3904. So for those two transistors, looking at this little kit which I've got, I'm afraid the focus isn't very good, but we got the 2N3904 and 2N3906 are in this kit, and I've got 25 of each of those, so that's rather good. So those will probably do the job. And there's other transistors in here, of course, which I think would, a lot of them would probably also work, but those are the ones I've opted for that. Now, when it came to the field effect transistors, the original ones are virtually impossible to get hold of, but 2N5457 and 2N5458 would probably do the job. These are not working near their design parameters anyway, because the circuit is only running on a 9-volt line. So I'm pretty sure that the 2N5458 will do the job. Unfortunately, though, those are the ones I've got to wait for, because they're gonna get to me on a slow boat from China, all by themselves alone. So when they finally do arrive, I hope I will have a set of components, full set of components to build this. I will also be getting 20, if they do ever arrive, of these 2N5458s. So I'll have so many transistors I could build several of these. And they only cost pennies. All these transistors will only cost pennies, but of course I've got to buy quite a few of each one. But these kits are wonderful things, really. You can usually find something in one of these that's a close enough fit to work. So, yeah. So that's the situation. I mean, the coils, of course, which I made. I'm thinking that because of what I plan to do, I may not need to have these black end pieces there at all. The Captain tape will keep the coil in position on the former now that they've been wound. So I may just take the black pieces off when I fit it, which will make it a bit easier. So now this is a breadboarding sort of exercise. So I'm going to be a bit unconventional and use this piece of very thin marine ply to kind of breadboard it up on. And what I'm planning to do is not to have a PC board made up. I looked into that and it would be very expensive by the time I've ordered it, and it would be about £40 UK currency to get 5 of these made up by PCB way. But then on top of that, there's delivery costs and other possible taxes and things through customs and so on. The expense of doing it just isn't justified on something like this, just to build a one-off. So what I thought I'd do is I'd breadboard it on here, and using this side for the wiring, and this would be the component side, and that should do the job. And what I'm going to do to get a ground plane is to use some of this copper foil tape around the edges of this, rather like we got here. So there would be tape around the edges, which will give me effectively a ground plane. And I've tried it out a bit. I've stuck a piece of the tape on here, which is obviously very thin, and soldered this onto there, and that's really reasonably firm. So it's not, it's probably not going to fall apart unless something's knocked hard. But yeah, I think that will work. So have a ground plane around the edge, and then effectively I can do point-to-point wiring, or use short pieces of copper wire to link the pieces together, drilling holes through this, mount the components one side and point-to-point wire on the other side, to form a breadboarded version of this on the same layout. So we'll keep the component layout pretty much the same, but I'll be wiring it up like that to try it. And this is reasonably thick, so I'm thinking once I drill the two holes and make them a snug fit for the coils, two of the coils will be mounted on here. There'll be a bracket each end with the other two coils coming in this way, one there and one on this side around here. So that's how the four coils would be mounted, and obviously put them on last, I think, once I've fitted all the other components. But that should effectively mean I can breadboard a kind of prototype version of this together at least. If anyone else does the project or wants to do the project and comes up with a printed circuit board design, then it would be nice for other people to be able to get the circuit board from PCBWay. But for me personally, it's just an expensive, too much of an outlay really on a project which I only really want to spend a few pounds on. But we are pretty much there. The passive components I think I've got or can make up together from various ones. I've got the connector, I've got the coils now, I've got the transistors apart from the two field effect ones. Again, these antenna which will be on the top of the case, this is built in, they can be made from this tape as well on the top of the case, and then that should work quite well really. I think I've got a switch. Yeah, I've got switches, I've got a battery connector. So yeah, there's nothing there that I haven't got now, apart from those field effect transistors, and they will be the same size and shape as these other transistors, so I could build the rest up even while I'm waiting for them. So I will start thinking about drilling holes and putting the ground plane on and begin to assemble this. That's the update at the moment. So, but whether I'll be able to play it or not, that's another question. I play a bit of amateur music, so yeah, I'll have a go. But it might sound awful, but yeah, it's fun to try, isn't it? So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one, so bye for now.
Sing a happy song to